For 100 years, the Salvation Army in Lakeland has been a beacon of hope and a spiritual encouragement to families throughout Polk County. Coming up on Polk Place, we'll talk with them to see how you can help out during this holiday season. Make sure you stick around. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey, and joining me in studio is Captain Jeremy Maccabee.
That's right.
With the Salvation Army, Polk County, Lakeland. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us. Glad to be here. Thanks for the invite. And anytime we get to kind of tell our story and share with what the Salvation Army is doing in Lakeland or West Polk County, man, we just love that opportunity to do it. So thank you.
Well, let's kind of start with the beginning. How did Salvation Army start within our community?
Yeah, so back in 1865, way back in 1865, the Salvation Army was formed in London, England. And it was formed really to help the marginalized people, those who were less fortunate. And because of that, the church started and formed in London, England in 1865, and then eventually moved its way over here. So a lot of people see what we do, certainly during Christmas with our Angel Tree program, with our kettles and disaster. That's what we do. But at the heart of what we do is certainly our faith in who Jesus is. So that's what it's all rooted in. But it started 1865 in London, England. Now I think we've been in Lakeland here almost 100 years now. So we've been here a long time. We're not a flash in the pan kind of organization. This is a place. This is an organization that's here to stay, and we will be here for a long time coming.
Let's talk mission and non-holidays. What are some of the things that folks might know or might not know what you do?
Yeah, so during the season, certainly there is a spotlight on the Salvation Army because, again, it's that time where people feel the need that they're going to be giving, whether that be through donations, whether that be through clothes, financial giving, and it's kind of spotlighted during the holidays, during Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we're very grateful for that. But the reality is that the Salvation Army is functioning in the way that we do, whether that be with our homeless shelter, whether that be through our transitional home, whether that be through our school that we help underprivileged children. All of those things are happening every day of the year. Every day of the year. So whether it's Christmas, whether it's January, February, June, we are hard at work in the Salvation Army meeting the needs of Polk County. Again, whether that's through helping someone literally off the streets and get a roof over their head, whether that's giving them a financial peace class that we can help them kind of transition and back into society and help them that way, whether that's paying a medication bill for them. It takes a whole lot of different forms, but the reality is that we get an opportunity every day, not just during the holidays, but every day to serve those who are in need here in Polk County.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you have on your campus.
Mm-hmm.
What's available for folks?
Yeah, so we have our homeless shelter right now. We have 20 rooms, and that's available for families who find themselves in a situation of homelessness for whatever reason that be. That could be bad decisions. That could also be, some financial difficulty due to their health or whatever that may look like. Those families can come inside our shelter and enter our program there and get a roof over the head. Now, while they're in the shelter, we have the availability of caseworkers to come alongside them. So it's not just a Band-Aid. It's not just here, stay here the night. It's, okay, while you're here, how can we help you get back up on your feet? So we have great connections within the community with places to work. So we'll call a place and say, hey, we got a lady here or a gentleman here that is looking for some employment, and we have great relationships with some local places around Lakeland, specifically where our shelter is located, and we can try to get them on their feet. Now also, we have our transitional housing, so maybe they need that one more step before they kind of go out on their own. So we have triplexes on our place, and what happens is those families will move into those homes for about a year, and during that time, again, they're taking financial classes, they're taking, how to cook, how to, basic things that me and you may take for granted, but certainly some of these skills that maybe these people were never taught, or they never had the opportunity to have these things shown to them. So we have that opportunity, again, every day of the year to help these people who are in need. We also have what we call HALO, Helping and Learning Opportunities. So while mom and dad may be in our shelter, while mom and dad may be in our transitional homes, one of the biggest struggles is, okay, if you want me to go look for a job, what about my kids? So we offer daycare for their children, and we have relationships with great elementary schools around for the older kids that we can make sure the kids are okay while mom and dad are trying to get back up on their feet.
So we've learned history, we've learned a little bit about what you do. As we say, 'tis the season.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what you do during the holidays. You have 2 campaigns currently ongoing. Let's talk about the first. Let's talk a little bit about ringing the bell, the kettle. Talk to me a little bit about how that originated and what it achieves.
It's great. What's interesting about the Red Kettle Campaign is it started in 1891, and it started in San Francisco. And it started because the Salvation Army saw that there was a need in his city of people who were literally going hungry. So what he did is he got a crab pot of all things, and he put it out on where these boaters were coming in every day. And all it said was, help the needy and keep the pot boiling. So people would come in and throw their change into this crab pot. Because of that, because of his actions over, I think, a week, he was able to serve about 150,000 people in San Francisco. Well, once that happened, it just kind of blew up. It blew up for them. Now, thank God we don't have crab pots anymore. I don't know that we can handle the crab pots, but it formed into what we now know as the Red Kettle. Now, the bell wasn't introduced until about early I think it was 1901. There was a lady who realized that no one was paying attention to her while she was standing out by a kettle. So she got a bell and she started ringing the bell. And people now were drawn to the kettle. It brought attention to it. So that's why we have the bell that goes along with the kettle. The song Silver Bells that we sing every Christmas is about the Salvation Army bell program that we have. So that's a little bit of history with the bell. Now, all of the proceeds that go into the Red Kettle program, and it's being done literally worldwide. If you were to go over to South Korea, if you were to go over to Japan right now, if you go to England, Australia, they're also running their Red Kettle campaign. And all the proceeds stay locally. So in Polk County, all the money that's raised in Polk County is going to stay in Polk County and help those who are in need. It doesn't funnel up above us. It stays in Polk County. So those who are watching the show today and in the future will know that every penny that's given will stay in Polk County to help those who are in need here in this county. And 88 cents of every dollar goes to direct services to help those who are in need.
One of my fondest memories of Thanksgiving football was the year Zeke Elliott ran for the touchdown and jumped into the kettle. I thought that was one of the coolest things.
And listen, that year, kettle donations, we saw a huge spike. So we're always hoping, and the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys and the Salvation Army have a fantastic relationship, and they do a lot to support, even nationally, the Salvation Army. But we're always hoping someone will take a leap into the kettle to maybe give us a boost in the arm, especially where we find ourselves now. It's no secret, obviously, COVID has a lot of effect on what's going in our community now, even here in Polk County. So the need is great. The need is incredible. We've seen an increase in some of our programs, and because of that, it takes finances to run some of the programs that we offer. So every penny that we get into the kettle is desperately needed this year.
Now, another program that you have is the Angel Tree. Let's talk a little bit about that. How did it originate? How does it work? And how can folks get involved?
Yeah, so the Angel Tree program started, I think, in the early 70s. Don't hold me to that, but somewhere around that area. And it literally started by a Salvation Army officer, Major Charlie White. and he just said, you know what, we need to get these kids who we serve a Christmas because they're not going to have any. So he literally got a piece of paper and started writing the kid's name, what they wanted, what they would like, their clothes size, and they hung it on a tree, and they had people donate or adopt those angels, and they would go out, shop for them, bring the toys back, and those kids would have Christmas. Now this thing has hit it, and it's nationally. We have great partners that help us, like Walmart, Home Depot, that have come alongside us and really helped with our Angel Tree program. And your listeners have this same opportunity. At every Walmart there's an Angel Tree. You can call the Salvation Army and get more information. But every angel that you see on a tree, it's not a made-up kid. It is an actual kid who needs help in Polk County, and a lot of families like to do it. They'll grab one or two angels off the tree and they'll make it a family affair, or they'll make it a Sunday school class affair, whatever that looks like, and they'll go out and they'll spend the afternoon shopping for this angel. They bring it back to us, and then on our distribution day, those families, not the kids, because we want to make sure we protect Christmas.
Yeah,
we want the surprise. That's right. So the mom and dads will come. We'll give them their toys. There's no cost, of course. There's no you have to do this in order to. It's simply, hey, we want to help you out. Here's Christmas for you. It's one less thing that mom and dad have to worry about for their children. And, they can worry about other and more, and I would say, for lack of a better term, more important things like keeping food on the table, keeping the lights on. So if we can provide Christmas, then man, that's an opportunity for us. And we have a lot of advisory board members nationwide who were absolutely couldn't rub two pennies together when they were kids. And the first Christmas that they ever got was because of the Salvation Army. One of the big names, you may know the name Ross Perot. Yep. He started, and his love of the Salvation Army started because his parents weren't able to provide Christmas for his family. So the Salvation Army was able to help the Perot family, and now we have these people who we once helped that are now contributing back to the Salvation Army and help us make things like this possible.
We've got about 30 seconds left. What I want you to do is inspire those that may be watching this to give of their time, their efforts, their resources to help others who need it the most through the Salvation Army.
Yeah, a lot of people say, what can I do? You might not be able to write a big check, and that's fine. If you can, great, but that's not necessarily what we're looking for. If you can volunteer 1 or 2 hours a day just to stand out at a kettle and raise some funds for us, you can do that. You can go to registertoring.com, and you can sign up for a day or two, an hour or two. You could do a day or two if you'd like, and you can contribute back in that way and helping those in Polk County.
Kevin McAfee, thank you very much for coming in and joining us. Come back and see me again real soon, please.
We'd love to do it. Thanks for the invitation.
The Salvation Army of Lakeland and West Polk County invite you to join them during this holiday season for the Red Kettle Campaign. This holiday season, the Salvation Army expects to see a greater need for their services more than in recent history. Unemployment rates are higher, and based on increased services they have already provided this year due to COVID-19, they need resources to serve up to 155% more people nationally with Christmas assistance. Locally, they need to raise money to support the work of the Salvation Army and West Polk County programs that directly impact those in need here in our own county. Also, the Salvation Army and Walmart have collaborated to meet human needs for more than 40 years, and they are partnering to rescue Christmas in 2020 with angel trees at Walmart stores across the nation. Recognizing that every child deserves to feel the joy of Christmas, the Salvation Army Angel Tree Program provides new clothing and toys to more than 1 million children and families each year. Now, if you need more information locally, you can give them a call at 863-853-2214 or look them up on the web at www.salvationarmymyflorida.org/Lakeland.